You know what people love to do? Nitpick. Don't get me wrong, I do it too. As soon as you think you've spotted something in a movie that needs to be exposed to the world, you get on your high horse and ride off into the sunset telling everyone you can. Sometimes, however, you need to climb down from your steed and have a think about what you've done. Just because you think you've exposed the truth doesn't always mean you have, and on occasion a film actually has a pretty good comeback, making you look stupid. I'm Simon from Whatculture. This is 8 famous movie plot holes with shockingly simple solutions. Number 8. Batman Begins. The plot hole comes at your face thusly. Ra's al Ghul has a microwave emitter that will vaporize Gotham's water supply. Now, while no one in the movie cares, shouldn't we all be concerned given that the human body is composed of like 75% water? Meaning we're all gonna die? Well, no, not really, because the microwave emitter isn't real and its inner workings are never revealed to us during the film, so you can kinda just decide how it operates on your own. Given Ra's stole it from Wayne Enterprises, it probably means it hasn't been designed to kill humans either. It's not the Wayne way. Ultimately, you just have to assume that the emitter has been designed so it doesn't screw with the human body. Otherwise, you have to start scrutinizing every little piece of tech in the film. Like a batarang. That would never work in the real world. Number 7. Inglourious Basterds. Sergeant Hugo Stiglitz is one of Tarantino's bastards, a group of rebels that play by their own rules. Given that he was originally enlisted in the German army but turned on his allies after offing members of Nazi high command, how come no one in Germany recognizes him, especially Major Hellstrom? Firstly, literally months have passed since Stiglitz went off on his jolly. I doubt Hellstrom has his face burned into his own memory. Hell, he may not even know what the guy looks like. He just knows who he is by reputation. Furthermore, the two are never sitting opposite one another during the scene they share together, so maybe he never gets a good enough look. Number 6. Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. If we're taking The Empire Strikes Back at face value, Luke Skywalker somehow trains to become a Jedi with Master Yoda in the same time it takes Han Solo and his band of idiots to evade an asteroid field and get to Bespin. Now I know Skywalker is good, but he's not that good. No one is. The problem is, this is Star Wars we're talking about. You know, the thing set in a fake galaxy where we don't know the ins and outs. We've no idea how far away anything or anyone else is, so you just have to decide what makes sense in your own head. If we take into account that the Millennium Falcon's hyperdrive is down during this part 2, and that for all we know Bespin, where Luke goes to save his friends, could be right next door to Dagobah, there's every chance he was actually training for a good few weeks. Just don't know. Number 5. Back to the Future. Given that Marty McFly is responsible for his own parents getting together in the past, how come they're not a little suspicious when he grows up in the future and is the spitting image of the wonderful Calvin Klein who made all their dreams come true? At the very least, they should be concerned. But no, not really. Unless you've got some kind of super mind, can you really remember all the kids you hanged out with in school? Especially those who appeared for a week and then vanished. And while they definitely have a memory of this person, they're not going to associate that with their child who they've lovingly brought up for 16 years. Their view of him is going to be nothing but peaches and cream. And we all love peaches and cream. Sometimes you've just got to accept that being a human is a plot device. That's exactly what we've got here. Number 4. Raiders of the Lost Ark. When the Nazis captured Marion and the Ark, they board their evil submarine and sail away. Seeing all this, Indiana Jones panics, as you would, dives into the sea and swims to the sub before he can get away. But he can't get inside it. The door would be locked. So how the hell did he survive? The answer is actually quite simple. When a submarine dives, its speed is greatly reduced, meaning if you're in a hurry, don't submerge your ship. Given that the Nazis most definitely are in a rush, there's every chance they never went underwater, allowing Indy to just hold on for the entire trip. And this is Indiana Jones too, so the man can do anything he wants. It's perfectly plausible, even though the trip would have taken about 50 hours. But don't worry about that. Number 3. The Shawshank Redemption. One of the best movies of all time, there is one looming question that needs to be answered. Andy Dufresne escapes his prison cell by climbing through a tunnel he dug in the wall. A poster hides this hole, and yet when the warden discovers it, said poster is perfectly pinned up. And how the hell is that the case if Andy had to pull it down and climb through? What did he do? Turn around and pin it back up? No, dingus. Who's to say that it's not just attached by its top 2 corners and gravity is just doing its thing? Dufresne could have just lifted the bottom up, climbed into his makeshift escape route, and let the poster gracefully fall back into its hanging up position. And yes, that's still true even though the warden throws a chess piece through it. We're in a prison! I don't think it's held up by blue tack. Number 2. The Matrix. The Matrix tells us that humans live inside a program that's created by robots. sounds like a plot a child would write. But either way, we're not in control. These sentient beings are. If that's the case then, and they're in charge, why is it set in a world with a load of technology that allows humans to wake up? Plonk them in the Ice Age. Then they ain't got no tech to do nothing. I don't even need to justify this one because the movie explains it. It tries to anyway, but you know, the Matrix. When the AI took over, humanity was at a point that resembled the present, or 1999 in this case. So it's here that humans are wired to live with it. Simple, and very handy. Number 1, Toy Story. In the world of Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear doesn't know he's a toy and thinks he's an actual space marine. Just kinda cool really, so Woody is a right dick for trying to convince him otherwise. When Andy walks into the room, however, Buzz freezes just like all the other toys. But why would he do that when he doesn't think he's a toy? Space Marines don't have to freeze when kids walk in the room. The answer is probably that it's an instinctive reaction, one that's been pre-programmed into his brain. Just because Buzz thinks he's an actual space ranger doesn't mean he thinks he's a human. Otherwise, good grief. He's going to be freaking out when he realizes he doesn't have a heart or can never eat anything. With this in mind, it's no surprise he freezes because ultimately he is still a toy, and toys know deep down that when a human enters the room, you play dead. That doesn't mean he also doesn't think he's a real man of the stars. Maybe he just thinks Andy is an enemy, so he's going into stealth mode. The bottom line is, stop being so damn picky. Know of any other plot holes that can be explained? Let us know in the comments below, and then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can even follow me on Twitter at SimonMiller316. I'm Simon from Whatculture, and I'll chat to you again soon.